Most people think healthy eating is complicated, like you need a nutrition degree, a personal chef, and a grocery budget that looks like a small business plan. But what if I told you one of the simplest upgrades to your daily meals is already sitting in your local market? Green, soft, and slightly underrated in how powerful it actually is. I'm talking about avocado. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, I already know avocado is healthy, stick with me for a moment, because most people are using it the wrong way, or worse, not using it at all beyond slicing it into breakfast or blending it into smoothies once in a while. And that's where you're missing out. Let's start with something interesting. Avocado isn't just healthy fat. That phrase gets thrown around a lot, but it doesn't explain much. What it actually does is help your body absorb nutrients from other foods. So when you eat avocado with vegetables, grains, or even eggs, it quietly boosts how much goodness your body takes in without you noticing. It's like a backstage assistant working while the main meal takes the spotlight. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Avocado is one of those rare foods that keeps you full without making you feel heavy. You know that feeling after eating a meal and then getting hungry again an hour later? Avocado helps slow that down. It's not magic, it's biology, but the effect feels like magic when you experience it in real life. Now imagine this. You wake up in the morning, and instead of the usual rushed breakfast or skipping it entirely, you take a slice of whole grain bread, mash some avocado on it, sprinkle a little salt, maybe add a boiled egg on top. That's it. Nothing fancy. But what you've just created is a balanced meal that gives you energy stability for hours. No sugar crash, no mid-morning frustration, just steady fuel. But let's not stop at breakfast, because avocado is way more flexible than people give it credit for. Think about lunch. A lot of people default to heavy, oily meals or fast food because it feels convenient. But what if you had a bowl of rice or quinoa mixed with diced avocado, grilled chicken or beans, tomatoes, cucumbers, and a simple dressing made from lemon and olive oil? Suddenly, you've turned a basic lunch into something that feels fresh, light, and energizing without sacrificing satisfaction. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think healthy meals must be boring. That's not true. The real issue is repetition, not health. When you don't know how to combine ingredients creatively, you end up feeling stuck. Avocado solves part of that problem because it adapts to almost anything. It doesn't fight flavors, it blends with them. Now let's talk about something people don't usually connect to food: mood. Have you ever noticed how what you eat affects how you feel later in the day? That sluggish, tired, unfocused feeling after a heavy meal isn't random. Your body is working overtime to digest it. Avocado-based meals, when balanced properly, tend to avoid that crash. They support steadier energy, which means better focus, better mood, and honestly, a better version of your day. But here's a question most people never ask. If avocado is so good, why isn't everyone already eating it every day? The answer is simple. It's not about availability. It's about habit. People don't lack access. They lack ideas. Once you understand how to build meals around avocado, it stops being that expensive healthy food and becomes a normal part of your routine. Let's go deeper into practical ideas you can actually use without stress. Picture this simple dinner. Mashed avocado mixed with a little garlic, spread over a warm tortilla or flatbread, topped with sautéed vegetables like onions, peppers, and spinach. It takes maybe 10 minutes, but it feels like something you'd order from a trendy cafe. Or another one, avocado blended into a creamy sauce with yogurt, lemon, and spices, poured over grilled fish or even pasta. The texture alone changes the entire experience of the meal. It's rich without being heavy, smooth, without being artificial. And if you're someone who snacks often, this is where avocado quietly becomes your best ally. Instead of grabbing processed snacks that spike your energy and then drop it fast, you can keep it simple. Avocado with a pinch of salt, maybe paired with nuts or boiled eggs. It keeps you steady. It keeps you full. It keeps you from constantly thinking about food every hour. Now let's address something real. A lot of people associate healthy eating with restriction, like you're giving things up. But avocado-based meals actually flip that mindset. Instead of removing enjoyment, they add texture, creaminess, and satisfaction. You're not eating less joy. You're upgrading the kind of joy you get from food. And that matters more than most people realize, because sustainability in healthy eating doesn't come from discipline alone. It comes from enjoyment. If something tastes good and makes you feel good, you naturally stick with it. That's where avocado quietly wins. But I want to go a step deeper with you. Healthy eating isn't just about the body. It's also about control. When your meals are consistent and balanced, your energy becomes more predictable. Your cravings reduce. Your decision fatigue around food starts disappearing. And suddenly, you're not constantly negotiating with yourself about what to eat next. That's the hidden benefit people don't talk about. Now imagine building a full day of eating where avocado shows up in different forms, not as a gimmick, but as a foundation. Morning, midday, evening. Not repetitive, but flexible. Not strict, but intentional. That's how real lifestyle change starts. Not with extremes, but with simple upgrades that stack over time. And here's the part I want you to really take with you. You don't need a perfect diet. You don't need complicated recipes. You don't need to transform your entire life overnight. You just need a few reliable foods that make good eating easier instead of harder. Avocado is one of those foods. So the next time you see it, don't just think of it as something to add occasionally. Think of it as a tool, a base, a quiet upgrade to your everyday meals that slowly changes how you feel, how you eat, and how you move through your day. Because in the end, healthy eating isn't about perfection. It's about consistency that feels natural enough to actually stick.